Students, how are you all? I hope you are fine. Yes. Today we are going to see about the new lesson number 2, electricity. Okay, in this lesson we are going to see about the sources of electricity, equipments working on electricity, kinds of electric cell, different types of cells, symbols of circuits, and apply them different circuits, conductors and insulators. Okay children? Yes. First see the first introduction. We use electricity in our day-to-day life. Have we ever wondered from where do we get electricity? Yes. Where do we get electricity? How does electricity work? Can we imagine a day without electricity? If you ask your grandfather, you can come to know a period without electricity. They used oil lamps for light, cooked on fires for wood or coal. By the advent of electricity, our day-to-day works are made easy and the world is on your hands. Yes, without electricity, how we can survey this world, children? How is this electricity works? So I am raising many questions for you. Yes or no? So we use electricity in our day-to-day life. Have you ever wondered from where do we get electricity? How does electricity works? Yes, if you ask your grandpa or grandma, you come to know a period without electricity. Olden days they used oil lamps for light, cooked fires for wood and coal. By the advent of electricity, our day-to-day works are made easy and the world is on our hands. So it made our work easier and our day-to-day works also used easier. He used many things usage of electricity. So the world in our hands. Okay, next. What are the appliance works on electricity? Can you list out the electrical appliance used in your home, children? Yes, we use iron box, we use electric kettle, light, fan, fridge, AC. All these are some of the electrical appliances that you use in your home. Yes or no, children? Yes. First thing that we are going to discuss the sources of electricity. Here see the sources of electricity. A small conversation is given in your textbook for you to know about the sources of electricity. Selvam and Selvi are the twins. They are studying in 6th standard. They visited the grandparents' village during summer vacation. At 6 o'clock in the evening, Selvam grandfather switched on the light. The whole house was illuminated. What is the meaning of illuminated? Brightened. Seeing this, Selvam asked his grandfather, how do we get light by switching on the switch? So his grandfather took him to the nearest electricity board and inquired about the electricity. So this is a small conversation that is discussed in your book, discussing about the source of electricity. So what are the sources of electricity, children? Many sources of electricity are there. Let us see one by one. First we see the conversation between the Selvam and engineer. Okay. Sir, how do the electric bulb lighten up when we switch on the switch? He is asking the engineer, how do the electric bulb lighten when we switch on the switch? The engineer answered, it is due to the electricity. Next, Selvam, where do we get electricity? Again the engineer answered, we get electricity from thermal power, hydel power, atomic power, tidal power, wind power, solar power are the sources of electricity. So what are the sources of electricity, children? Thermal power, hydel power, tidal power, wind power, solar power, etc. are the sources of electricity. Again Selvam is asking, sir, all these plants exist everywhere? Engineer is given him the answer, no, the plants are constructed depending upon the natural resources available at that particular place. For example, we have thermal power plant in Neyveli. Tamil Nadu has lignite is available there. So thermal power plant where is located? Neyveli. Tamil Nadu lignite is available there. Selvam, Yes, I have seen windmills near the hills of Tirunelveli district which has potential wind resource. Thank you sir for your valuable information. So before learning about all these things, what is electricity, children? Electricity is represent and flow of electric charge. Where do we get electricity from? Electricity is the form of energy that we will get where we converted other form of energy like thermal energy, kinetic energy, chemical energy, solar energy and so on. So that one is called as the electricity. So what are the sources of electricity? See here, sources of electricity. Any device from which electricity is produced is called as the sources of electricity. We have many sources of electricity. We get electricity from different sources. See here, thermal power station, hydel power station, atomic power station, windmills. The major electric power stations in Tamil Nadu are thermal stations, Neyveli in Kudalur district, Ennur in Tiruvallur district, hydel power stations, Mettur in Salem district, Pabanasam in Tirunelveli district, atomic power station, Kalpakkam in Conjipuram district, Kudangulam in Tirunelveli district, and windmills, Aralvalimoli in Kanyakumari district, Kayatharu in Tirunelveli district. Apart from these solar panels, which are many places are used to produce the electricity. Are you understood, children? Which are the major electric power stations in Tamil Nadu? Yes. Okay, let us discuss in shortly about working power station. First, let us see thermal power station. What is meant by the thermal? It is related to the heat. Okay. Yes. So in a thermal power station, the thermal energy generated by burning coal, diesel or gas is used to produce steam. The steam thus produced is used to rotate the turbine. While the turbine rotates, the coil of wire kept between the electromagnetic rotates. Due to the electromagnetic induction, electricity is produced. Here heat energy is converted into electrical energy. So I already told you thermal is something that relating the heat. So these thermal power station, the thermal energy is generated by burning the coal, diesel or gas. So while you burning the coal, diesel or gas, they will producing the steam. That steam is used to rotate the turbine. What is the turbine, children? What is meant by turbine? So it is a machine for using the continuous power in which a wheel or blade is typically fitted. It is made to revolve by fast moving flow of water, steam, gas or other fuel. So the steam produced from the coal, diesel or gas, whichever is burned. So the steam is only used to rotate the turbine. While the turbine rotates, the coil of wire kept between the electromagnetic rotates. Due to the electromagnetic induction, electricity is produced. After the last point, here the heat energy is converted into electrical energy. So the thermal power station, the heat energy is converted into electrical energy. Are you understood, children? Yes. Are you understood about the thermal power station, children? One more time I tell you, the thermal energy generated by the burning of coal, diesel or gas, it is used to produce the steam. So the steam produced what? Steam is produced to use to rotate the turbine. Turbine means I already told you it is a machine. So after the turbine rotates, the coil of wire kept between the electromagnet rotates. Due to the electromagnetic induction, electricity is produced. How the electricity produced here? Due to the electromagnetic induction, electricity is produced. Here heat energy is converted into electrical energy. Next, see the next one, hydel power station. This is the hydel power station. In the hydel power station, the turbine is made to rotate by the flow of water from dams to produce electricity. Here kinetic energy is converted into electrical energy. Hydel stations have low economic lives and low operating cost. Here what they are telling means it is based on the force of the flow of water. Okay. So what is hydel power station? In that the turbine will be made to rotate by the flow of water. So the flow of water from the dams, they will rotating the turbine. They will rotating the turbine. Due to the force of flow of water, the turbine will rotate, and because of the rotation of turbine, the electricity will be produced. So here the kinetic energy is converted into electrical energy, and this is the very economic and low operating cost. Are you understood, children? Yes. Next one is the atomic power stations. See here, this is the atomic power stations. In the atomic power stations, nuclear energy is used to boil water. The steam thus produced is used to rotate the turbine. As a result, electricity is produced. Atomic power stations are also called as the nuclear power stations. Here, nuclear energy is converted into mechanical energy and then electrical energy. Yes. See here, what is atomic power? So the atomic power or atomic energy, it is the energy released through the nuclear reaction. It is the energy released through the nuclear reaction. So this atomic power stations, the nuclear energy is used to boil the water. When we boil the water, the steam produced and used to rotate the turbine. So as you produce the steam by using the nuclear energy to boil the water, after the last result, the electricity is produced. So here the atomic power station are also called as the nuclear power station. Here nuclear energy is converted into mechanical energy and then electrical energy. Here the nuclear energy is converted into mechanical energy and then electrical energy. Are you understood, children? Yes. Next, last, windmills. In windmills, wind energy is used to rotate the turbine to produce electricity. Here kinetic energy is converted into electrical energy. So here the wind energy is the machine with rotating the blades. It is a device to convert the wind energy into electrical energy. So what is a windmill, children? Windmill is a machine to operate by wind, so that the electrical energy is produced. In windmills, the kinetic energy is converted into electrical energy. So these are the four different sources of electricity. Are you understood these four sources of electricity, mom? Yes, very good. Next, see the next topic, cell. Cell. A device that converts chemical energy into electrical energy is called cell. So what is meant by cell, children? A device that converts chemical energy into electrical energy is called cell. So what is chemical energy? The chemical energy is the energy is stored in bound of chemical components. What components? Chemical components. So that is the energy stored in the chemical components such as atoms and molecules. The chemical energy is released due to the chemical reaction. It is also released in the form of the heat. Okay. So here what is cell, children? A device that converts chemical energy into electrical energy is called a cell. Yes. Next. See here. A chemical solution which produces positive and negative ions is used to electrolyte. The two different metal plates are inserted in electrolyte as electrodes to form a cell. Due to the chemical reaction, one electrode gets positive charge and the other gets negative charge, producing continuous flow of electric current. So what is electrolyte, children? It is a substance that dissociates into ions in the solution and it acquires the capacity to conduct the electricity. Substance means such as acid or salt that one dissolved in water. So it conducts an electric current. Such a substance is called as electrolyte. Such a substance is called as what, children? Electrolyte. So the chemical solution which produces the positive and negative ions is used as electrolyte. So electrodes are electrical conductors that is used to make contact with non-metallic part of the circuit. It is a semiconductor or electrolyte. Here see the two different metal parts are inserted in the electrolytes or electrodes to form the cell. Yes or no? Yes. So when the chemical reaction happen, one electrode it will get positive charge and the other electrode will get negative charge. So due to this chemical reaction, the positive charge and negative charge they will producing the continuous flow of electric current. So how was the cell classified, children? They are classified into two types depending on the continuity of flow of electric current in the cells. So what are the two types of cells, children? There are primary cells and secondary cells. Okay, let us discuss about the primary cells. They cannot be recharged, so they can used only once. Hence the primary cells are produced in small size. Usually produced in small sizes. Example, cells used in clocks, watches and toys are primary cells. So what are the main things in the primary cells, children? They cannot be recharged. So since they can be used only once and they are usually produced in very small sizes. Example for primary cells are cells used in clocks, watches and toys. See the examples here. See this picture. Next, see the next one, secondary cells. A cell that can be recharged many times is called secondary cell. These cells can be recharged by passing electric current. So they can be used again and again. The size of the secondary cells can be small or even large depending upon the usage. While the secondary cells used in mobiles or in the size of the hand, the cells used in automobiles like cars and buses are large and very heavy. Large and very heavy. So what is meant by secondary children? A cell that can be recharged many times. Yes. So the primary cells we saw that it cannot be recharged and it can be used only once. But here in the case of secondary cell, it can be recharged many times so that it can be used again and again. How we are recharging? We are recharging by passing the electric current. Secondary cell size will be small or even large. In the mobile, the size of the cell will be very small, and in the automobiles, car and buses, the batteries are big. So it can be very big and heavy. So the examples for the secondary cells are mobile, laptop, emergency, lights and vehicle batteries. Are you understood this, children? Yes. See the activity also given here. Watch. Primary cell or secondary cell? Yes, primary cell. Car, secondary cell. Remote, primary cell. Mobile phone, secondary cell. Emergency light, secondary cell. Yes, very good. Next, see down, battery. Everyone seen in your home, no? Battery. Yes. Often we call cells as batteries. However, only when two or more cells are combined together, they make a battery. A cell is a single unit that converts chemical energy into electrical energy, and a battery is a collection of cells. So here what is meant by battery means a number of cells connected into series is called as the battery. Yes, when two or more cells are combined together, they make a battery. It is a man-made power cell used to generate the electricity. Battery has two ends. One is the positive terminal, that is a cathode, and another end is the negative terminal, that is a anode. If you connect the terminal to the circuit, form of electrons in the flow through the wire, and electric current is produced. So battery is called as the collection of cells. What is that? Collection of cells. See this diagram, this is the battery. Are you understood about this lesson, children? Up to this? Yes, I hope you understood very well. Okay children, next class we will see next topic. Okay, bye, thank you.